What is my credit file? Is what we're talking about today on the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler. I'm joined by resident expert in mortgage lending, Laura Sillano from Pod Financial. Thanks for coming on the show, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
Okay,
Yep.
Credit files, character, what's that all about?
Okay, so a credit file, everybody in Australia has a credit file. It is the first thing that a lender will check when you've got an application going into them. And it is a record of your inquiries that you've made to lenders or for credit cards, even telephone companies, things like that. Wherever you've had an account, there's often an inquiry on your credit file.
Because that goes by some name. There's some company that drives that, isn't there?
Vita.
That's them, yeah. So some people know it as like a Vita report or something like that.
Yeah, and I think that Vita's actually been bought out. I can't remember who by now.
But right.
Yeah.
So its name might change shortly.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But anyway, so what's the sort of things that turn up on your credit file?
Any inquiry that you've made to obtain an account. So it might be with a lender, it might be with a credit card, it might be for a mortgage loan, it could be for a Telstra or an energy company.
Or phone plans and those sorts of things. They do it then, don't they?
Yep.
On
Any
the
of
spot.
that kind of stuff. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Those things that are on there, plus also things like if you've had any issues on any of those accounts. So being late on your account or having defaults, things like that. Court judgments, all sorts of stuff is on your credit file.
Oh, okay. So what are the things you're looking out for that you're worried about? Obviously some sort of court filing. They can turn up there as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely turn up there.
Okay.
So those are the things that the lender will see first. So one of the things that we like to do with credit files is get all of our clients to obtain their own, so that they know what's on there. Because if they know what's on there, then we can usually deal with things that may be on there and get explanations for it. But it's the first thing that the lender will check, so it's a good idea for us to know what's on there too.
Yes. Is there positive things that you look for in a credit file? Like I've heard that there's a suggestion that if you've got no credit file, it's actually a bad thing. Is that? What's your view on that?
Okay, so that really comes from the American system, which is about credit reporting as a whole. In Australia, historically, we've only had negative credit reporting, which means that if you've done something wrong, then that will show up. But if you've done things that are right, there's no mechanism to record that kind of activity or behaviour. So that's starting to come on board now, where you might have heard of the term credit rating and things like that. So my credit rating is really good. So that's from having additional information around conduct on bank accounts and things like that. And credit facilities. Okay. But it's not widespread across Australia at the moment. In terms of character, so in terms of how that relates to character, which was your initial question, how does credit files and character come together? Your credit file will tell the lender a lot about who you are and how you behave with your credit facilities. Yeah. Okay.
And so around that, so in character, is it much more than the credit file? Is there other things they're looking at? What else do they want to know about you that makes up character?
Well, things like, how long have you been in your job? What kind of work do you do? That type of stuff. Are you married? Are you single? Whereabouts do you live? Do you move a lot?
They always want to know like a few years or umpteen number of years of history in terms of moving around.
Yeah, things like that. Are you jumping between jobs often? Is there a reasonable explanation for it? That type of stuff.
Okay, so all that goes together to build that sort of character part of the 5 C's, yeah? And that's really, really valuable to make sure you lined up the ducks in that regard, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Tremendous. Now, obviously you said there's things you'd like to see people do at the start of the process, early on even, in the home lending or mortgage game, yeah? Yeah. And they should talk to you?
Yes.
How do they get hold of you, Laura? We've got down to the $54 question.
Okay, you can call me on 0422 320 497 and you can also email through to the business on home@podfinancial.com.au.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
That's a pleasure. And that's another episode done, the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're doing on the eCentral Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you by this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eCentral.com.au/show website. Pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show, so you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our monthly magazine. And that's just the best of the content, the best of the videos for the month, put out once again in an email, arrives in your inbox, so you can just go through and pick out the things that are really going to educate you and advance you in your field of expertise and in business. We're a business focused show. So thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you next time.